Hello, thank you for joining me, whether you're here live or later after the fact, dead, I guess you would call that. Welcome. My name is Eric Normand, and I'm going to be live streaming some coding, live coding. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this live coding because it keeps me honest. It makes me actually move forward without getting distracted, and yeah, I don't know if I would be coding as much if I didn't, on these side projects at least, if I didn't have someone watching. So thanks for being there. Thank you so much, because it really helps. Just a little bit of pressure to keep going, to make something interesting. Okay, so I'll show you what I'm going to be working on. Here is my code over here, and here is my site. It's running on Next. This is the local development version. This was the last project I did, this little banner here. I want to put a new banner, and this banner is going to it's going to have a countdown timer. So there's going to be a little bit of design in this one, and it's going to count down to some date, some time, time in the future. And the idea is you could have something like, you could say, my sale ends, on this date. My sale ends on Monday, so you have 47 hours to buy the thing. And then, of course, when it gets to 0, you can run some code. Like maybe you redirect them to another page that says, sorry, you missed it, or something like that. Some options to put in there. Eventually you could have something like different sales for different people, right? So you could say, hey, you just signed up for my mailing list. I'm giving you a coupon code that's good for the next 2 hours. Something like that. And if someone else signs up, they get the same message. They still have 2 hours, even though they sign up later. So it's not a fixed date. It's a date relative to some other event. And of course, when they reload the page, you want it to remember the original promise that you made, which was that this is going away at this, at 4 p.m. For you, but for someone else, it's going away at 5 p.m. because they signed up later. So you need to store something in local storage. And yeah, so I'm gonna try to make this happen. I'm gonna start with the simpler version, which is there's a fixed date that we are gonna count down to, and I feel like from there we can add in the custom one that stores it in local storage. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of this banner. I don't actually want it. So I'll reload. Boom. That banner is added in after the fact with JavaScript. So I needed to reload to clear it out. It's not React is what I mean. All right, now let's copy this one. This is the hello endpoint. And we're going to do this one called deadline. We're just going to start real simple. But it's going to have a lot of stuff in common with this. So I am going to copy this. Banner, JavaScript. I think that it's not going to have a... Well, I like the thing I did on that flag banner, that geolocation banner, that it all happened in a single request. There's something nice and pure about that. It wasn't like, okay, load this JavaScript, and now this JavaScript's going to make an AJAX request to figure something out. It's all done, boom, in a single request. So I'm going to try to maintain that on this one. And of course, we're not dealing with the country code and stuff like that. We're just gonna make a simple banner for now. Hold on, let me get rid of this. And it's just going to say deadline is soon. Just for now. I don't need an argument here. And let me see my geo banner. Also, I need to do this, set the header. And it's gonna call banner.js. There's no argument, so it could be a constant function, but let's just do it like that for now. And just to test this out, I'll curl it. So curl localhost colon 3000 / API / deadline. There we go. Oh, I should do a curl -v. Just to give me the headers. Yep, it's setting the content type correctly, and it's going to install this banner. So let me go back here, and I'm going to do deadline here. Cool. So can I just reload this? Uh-oh, there it is. Deadline is soon. Cool. Okay, I got the banner going. Now I can kind of work with it and make it look cool. Now here's the thing. I want this. I could make it all in React. My site is running Next, so obviously React is there already. No problem. It would be really easy to do it in React, but I want this to run on any site, regardless of the stack that they've got. So I am thinking, instead of running it on doing React, I'm going to do it vanilla JavaScript. So this thing is going to be written in vanilla JavaScript, and this is going to, and so then the rest is going to be in React, but this is going to be vanilla. It's going to be a little bit harder, but that's the way it's got to be. So yeah, let's do it. I might want to change how the HTML works, but this is good for now. And basically right here in this thing, I want to put the time. So it's going to have like hours, minutes, seconds, and those are going to be changing constantly. So why don't we make a little function in here? I don't know the best way to do this, by the way. I'm just writing this the best I can. It's going to do a format of the time, and it's going to take the current time, the sort of the time left, and it's going to just try to format it. So this time is going to be in milliseconds, because I'll use the Unix timestamp. And this is the time left. So let's be more specific. Time left. So we can get the number of seconds. Left is time left divided by 1,000, and we're going to round that. Just round it off like that. Okay, so that's the number of seconds. But I want the portion of it, I don't want, if there's an hour left, that's like 36,000 seconds, right? That's not what I want. I want 3,600 seconds. I want to mod it by something, or give me the remainder. So this is, I'll call this total seconds. Why is this indented that way? Okay. we're going to do var seconds equals total seconds, the remainder of 60. And then var minutes is total seconds divided by 60. So get rid of the seconds. And then mod that by 60. There's 60 minutes in an hour. And then this is going to be var hours equals total seconds divided by 60 divided again by 60. That's the rest. I'm not going to do days. Maybe I could do days, but I'm not going to do days. I'm just going to do hours. And then we'll just format it. So we'll return hours plus colon plus minutes. I should probably round those things, huh? We'll see. Plus seconds. It's probably not beautiful, but who cares? Format time, and this will have the deadline here. Deadline is going to be, I don't know, a date, new date. We'll pass it. So we'll do banner.js new date like that. So now we'll do format time, deadline minus, no, the deadline. Let's say that today is March 5th, so I'll make the date. I think you can do this. March 9, 2021. Can you do that in JavaScript? I don't know. I feel like I need to test that. Console.log. Okay, so we'll do deadline, which needs to happen here. Deadline minus new date. So that's now. Okay. Let's try this. I'm just going to curl it. So we're getting console log. Is that March 9th? Yeah, okay, so that worked. It's going to be midnight, March 9th. Cool. And then this is a number. And we're formatting the time. We're going to format the time. Oh, see, this is, it's hard to keep track of. Yeah, look, I need to run it here. Hard to keep track of. Like when something is running. This script runs in the browser, but because of this part is going to run on the server. And I want this to run in the browser, so I gotta put it like that. All right, let's try it now. Oh, I do need a round. Look at that. Definitely need to round. Math.round. I don't know if I need one here, but I'm gonna put it anyway. Math.round. And math.round. Oh, I want to round. I want to floor it. I don't want to round it. I want to floor it. Floor. 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 Oops. Floor. There we go. All right, now I'm gonna just reload it to see that it makes sure it's counting down. Yeah. Okay. Now I got to change this dynamically. So I'm gonna do that with some JavaScript. So I'm gonna take this center tag and make it dynamic. Why don't I just make this a center tag? You know, center is a, what do you call it? It's a block. So I can do that. Boom. All right, now I'm going to set it here, and I'm also going to set an interval. Set interval. Every second, it's going to run that again. And maybe we'll do it every 100 milliseconds. So 100 milliseconds is a 100 milliseconds, yes. And we're just going to set div toolbar. Right. So here's what I can do. I can do var deadline equals deadline. And then I can do this on the client. Like that. I'll do this again. So now when I run it, it should change. Uh-oh, unexpected identifier. What is the identifier that it doesn't expect? Let's give me oh, thank you. Deadline 2. Oh, right. So I'm gonna do, oh man, +0. Oh, don't you love JavaScript? Let's try it again. I'm adding 0 to it, and so that, uh-oh, no, it didn't work. Did I put a plus? Oh. Huh. Thought that would work. So deadline dot to timestamp to value or to value, something like that. Turn JavaScript date into Unix timestamp. Da 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 da. Dot get time. Right. Get time. Get time. Right. Let's try it again. There we go. Look, it's changing. Ha, ha. Take that, React. I don't need you. I'm just going to do it on a set interval. All right, so there's a few things to think about here. One is, that 00. I need to fix that in my formatting. But do I want to pass in a date, or I think I would rather keep it as a timestamp. So we can do the dot get time here. And turn this into that. All right, that's cool. Let's see, JavaScript format number pad zeros. I know there's a way to do it. Isn't there a way to do this already? Without having to write a function called pad? Okay, I'll just do this. You have to do it like this. 0, right, string 0. I'm pretty sure there's a way. I've seen it before. There's some function that does it. I'm just gonna do it like this. That's fine. Dot slice. I just want 2 digits, so I'll do -2. This dot slice. Wait, that's total seconds. That's not where I want to do that. I'm not paying attention. Boom, boom, boom. And then this thing. Boom, boom, boom. All right, let's let that run. When this gets down to 0 seconds, it should have a 00. Maybe I don't want to pad the hours with a 0. And I don't want to slice it to 2, because what if it's 135 hours? So get rid of that. Uh-oh. Y'all hear this? Just a second. Somebody's calling me. All right. Well, I mean, that's pretty good so far. I think I want to have this be something like I want to have multiple deadlines, right? I want to set this sale and that sale. So I need like a path that has different deadlines. So I want to be able to say, let's go here and make a new directory, deadline. And then inside of that, I'm going to make a file called ID. I'm pretty sure you can do this in Next. That's how you do it. All right, now in here, I'm going to have, just for now, const deadlines equals, I'm going to make a JSON. I'm going to have a ID 1. The deadline is March 9th. And oh, I need to get the router. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. Things get, yeah, move it to the trash. Things get kind of complicated quickly. But just before I get all the router and stuff, deadlines 1. Should still work. Oh, I need to change index to make it deadline /1. Did y'all catch the last minute whether it got to 00? I'm gonna wait. And I'm watching. Yay, 00. Okay. Right. So now I want to do next Next.js dynamic API routes. I think that's what it is. That's the request.query. Right. Oh, there it is. It's just in the query. So I can do not hello. This one. I can do rec. Well, let me get it out of there. I can do const id equals request.query.id. I can just put the ID in here. So if I go here, aha, it still works. And that means that if I had a 2, I could copy this and make a 2. Now obviously I want these eventually to be in a database, but let's just try it like this for now. 15. That means if I go here to index.js and I made this a 2. Okay. Oops. Okay, now reload here. Aha! It worked. It worked. This is pretty cool. All right, so right now it's just some dates, some timestamps, but eventually, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't look in my chat. So first question, loader dev. Are you going to be concerned with savvier people who might clear local storage or use incognito? No, I'm not. I think that is an issue, but I am more concerned, like at my scale, I am more concerned with people not even knowing about my stuff. So, I mean, it's similar to how I feel about trying to make sure that the Indian coupon code, the coupon code that's valid for, it's trying to help people in India with lower income pay for my stuff. I could try to block it so it's only usable from an IP address in India. But then that's complex, and I would rather, if someone's going to go through the work of like talking to an Indian person and saying, hey, can you reload this, page in India so that, and then send me the code, at least they're trying to get my stuff. I don't know. It's also like I offer downloads for my videos, and I'm sure you can find them on some torrent site somewhere. Like, I can't stop someone. I don't want to put DRM on it. Okay, is React Server components in Next.js yet? I'm not sure. Uh-oh, that's my doorbell. Just a minute. I'll be right back. Mailman. Okay. Right, I don't know. I'm not sure if React Server components are in there yet, and I don't even know really what they're supposed to be about. And even if they are, I don't want someone to have to download React onto their front end to use this feature. So, I mean, look how little code they actually have to download to get that deadline in there. Of course, I'm gonna have to work on the style. It doesn't look very good, but the functionality is there. To just display this little clock, this countdown clock. I would like something when it hits 0 to do something, like redirect or something like that to another page. So maybe we should work on that then. That sounds like a cool feature. So right now it's just some dates. So let's put in some more structured data here. So we're gonna have the date is this. Let's call it timestamp. Time ms, milliseconds. And then we're gonna have, I don't know what to do, like redirect on when it's over. I'll call it a redirect. I don't know I don't know how to format this, but we can make like another URL to go to that's like /sorry, you know, something like that. So you missed it. I don't have that page, but we can put that in there. And let's do that. Same thing for here. Time ms redirect /sorry. Okay. And I'll change this to March. What's today? The 5th. So I'll change it to March 5th. And so now it should go negative if I'm at 1. And I need to have that in here. So we have the deadline here. And we can just check this. Right, so we have the deadline. Let's make it not the deadline. I'm trying to make this clever. Maybe I shouldn't. Time ms and var redirect URL equals. Gonna have to put it in quotes here. Okay, so if this is less than or equal to 0, then we're going to do window.location equals redirect URL. Right, and we'll do that same check here. Oops, I missed the if. So if I change this to, let me just reload, make sure it still works on this far out date, March 15th, yes. But if I go to index, I'm gonna make it a 1. Now let's go. And I kind of like this. Oh, it worked. I kind of like this approach of doing it like tiny little pieces, making sure it works, because I don't know this platform that well. And so it really helps me. Oh, that's weird that the back button must have gone there, but then I don't know. It's almost like the back button didn't work, which is good. I see. Okay. That's cool. It just looks like you can't load that page anymore because it keeps getting this JavaScript. That's good. That's good. All right, let's see what other features I could add. I don't know if this is right. I don't know if redirect is the only thing you might want to do. Like, it could be that you just want to display a message or just not have the countdown anymore. And you know, it just, maybe the message says, sorry you missed it, or I don't know, just not show it. Like there should be like 3 different options there, so we could model that out. Let's actually model that out. So what if we had this one just shows a message. Let's see. On end. I don't know if that's right, but we'll have action is redirect, and the URL is URL. Boom. On end, action is redirect, and then this one is going to be on end, action is message, and the message is you missed it. So we don't have this redirect, what we have is an on end now. And just from the magic of JSON, like we should be able to just put that in here, like on end, I think. Like we should be able to do this, JSON.stringify on end. I think that should work. And we could even have like a default. Or the default action, let's just call it default action. And the default action will be default action equals action hide. Okay. If I had TypeScript running, I think this is where it starts to get complicated enough to have a TypeScript check it. But we can do this thing in here. So let's make a little function called take action. Let's do an action. Right. So we're going to do a case. Oh, goodness. Remember how to do case statement in JavaScript? I always forget this. It's not like I've never done it before. Switch statement, that's what it's called. Switch, right. It's called switch action.action. Terrible name already. And we're going to do case hide. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? On hide, we're just not going to show this thing, right? Well, that's kind of... it's kind of hard, actually. I mean, we could do like div toolbar dot style dot display equals hidden. No, display none, sorry. And then break. Then we could do case, what's another case? Message. Div toolbar dot oh yeah, this is hard because we're talking about an action here, and this logic should actually be in here. Like this could be an else. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Inner HTML equals action dot message. I'll figure it out. Just gonna keep growing. I don't think it's gonna be the best, but we can figure it out later. And redirect. Oops. Case. And what do we do here is we do this thing. window.location equals action.url. Break. So we're handling these three cases, and now we can do this. Take action on end. And I guess I wouldn't run this the first time, just so that that doesn't show up. Or maybe, yeah, I wouldn't run this the first time. So what I would do is I'd do this. I would just set up this toolbar up here. So it exists when take action call is called, so that this will work. And then the set interval will do the same thing. It'll just call take action on end, and then this will be an else. Okay. So now the on end on this one should be a message. Should be able to go here. I did quite a lot on that refactoring there. That it's not refactoring. I actually changed the code, but like you missed it shows up. Cool. This one is going to have a redirect. So if I change this to 2, oops. We're still showing the time. That's cool. And I could do another one that is a hide, but I'm just going to change this one to hide. And change this back to 1. Okay, that worked. Let's change that back to message. Okay, so we've got that feature. We got 3 different things we can do on when the deadline is over. And yes, someone could probably get around this. I don't know, turn off JavaScript or something, but that's fine. They probably wouldn't even notice what was going on. And if they're that desperate, okay, fine. But the thing I haven't done is set up the local storage. So you could, instead of the time being a specific time, it could be a time in the future, right? So we could change this time thing to be a time in the future. And so the first time it runs, it is going to check if there's already a thing set up in local storage. And if there is, it's going to use that time. Otherwise, it's going to set it and then use it. Okay, let's try this. So the time is now no longer going to be a date. It is going to be time, or let's see, time absolute, and the ms milliseconds is going to be like that. And then I can do one that's relative, time relative, ms, boom. So if this one is relative, it's actually going to be, let's say it's 1 day away. So it's going to be 24 hours, 60 minutes, 60 seconds times 1,000. So whenever this first loads, it's going to be relative to that. So now we have to put that in here. So this is going to be time. We're going to do the same JSON trick. JSON.stringify time. I don't know what the default would be, so we're just gonna have to require that time. Oh, this should be time. Okay, so this is the time, and now we want to calculate the deadline from that time. So deadline equals, actually I have to go. So this is gonna have to wait until another day. It's been 50 minutes, been long enough. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later.